get this off my chest. I finally have something that I kind of disagree with Greg Doucette. Greg introduced, or didn't introduce, but I guess he kind of mentioned the different divisions that are cropping up in the bodybuilding world. There is now a men's glutes division that's coming our way. Yay us. We've come so far. So what's next? Men's forearm division, ladies calf division, teenage shoulder division. Like the thing, it's honestly, it's gotten ridiculous. And I know I'm old, so I'm going to give some old school comments here. First, let me tell everybody out there that I'm nobody. I don't compete anymore. I competed back in the day and age of Bob Paris, and in the day and age of, I competed in the late 80s, early 90s. So I'm old. I know nothing. I was a coach for many, many years and coached hundreds of athletes and took many athletes to the national level and beyond. And the sport has definitely changed. When I was competing, there was bodybuilding. And there were divisions, weight classes in bodybuilding. There was heavyweight, there was light heavyweight, there was middleweight, there was lightweight. There was some categories in the bodybuilding division, and there was male bodybuilding and there was female bodybuilding, and that was it. And when my ex won Miss Canada, she won the bodybuilding division, the lightweight bodybuilding Canadian title. And things have come a long way. I'm not saying that things haven't progressed. I think it's good that they introduced figure. I think it's good that they introduced bikini to a certain degree. But things have gotten out of hand. And what I don't like seeing is divisions cropping up, popping up, that basically suit the people instead of having the people suit the division. Back in the day when you wanted to be a bodybuilder, you had to compete in bodybuilding. And today, it doesn't matter what you are. If you wait long enough, they will create a division for you. If you're a bikini athlete but your legs are too big, they will create a wellness division. If you have great legs but no upper body, they'll allow you to wear a shirt and even a uniform. And sometimes they'll let you wear tank tops and board shorts and still judge your physique. How the heck can you judge a physique if they're wearing clothes? That's what I'd like to know. But anyways, I digress. What I really want to talk about, and the thing that disturbs me the most, is this new category that they've introduced that allows teenage girls to compete in bikini. Now, I have daughters, so I might be a little sensitive to this. I might be a little biased. I don't know. But as a coach who has coached national level, world level bikini athletes, the last thing that I want to see is a 14-year-old child on stage in a bikini doing bikini poses. Again, I'm old. Call me old-fashioned. Call me whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. This is only my opinion. But I don't think I don't think it's right in any world for a teenage girl to be up on a stage in a bikini for a number of reasons, for a ton of reasons. Not just the fact that as coaches, posing coaches are teaching bikini athletes to be sexy. You're supposed to be on stage and you're supposed to exude a certain amount of sexuality. There's no such thing in a 14-year-old. We should not be teaching 14-year-olds how to be sexual and teach them sexuality as 14-year-olds and get up on a stage in front of a bunch of strangers and strut their stuff. I will never agree with that. So, Greg Doucette, if you've got something to say about that, I will challenge you forever. I've got an 11-year-old daughter. I've got a 25-year-old daughter. I don't want either of them on a bikini. Well, my 25-year-old can do that. If she wants to compete, she can compete. She's an adult. A 14-year-old should not be on a stage in a bikini doing bikini poses. And anyone that knows, who has been to a bikini show, who has seen a bikini show, who has coached, who has competed, knows exactly what I'm talking about. It is not acceptable. So whoever came up with that should be ashamed of themselves. Whoever came up with that should rethink themselves as a human and as an adult, because it's wrong. And you can bring it on. I will argue that until the day I die. A 14-year-old should not be in a bikini contest on a stage, standing in a lineup, facing the back, bent over. It does not make any sense on any level for anyone. So bring on the comments, bring on the anger, bring on the hate. It doesn't matter. I'm right, you're wrong. The end. It's just that simple. We've gone too far. And the only thing that I can think of, the only reason that I can think of for them to keep adding divisions is greed. Money, 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 because the more divisions you have, the more money you make. It's that simple. The more divisions you have, the more people can participate, and the more money you make as a promoter. Now, again, I'm not dissing the promoters. I'm very good friends with a lot of promoters. It's not all the promoters that are doing this. I know there are some good promoters out there. But some of these shows are now 6 hours long because there are so many divisions to try to fit the people instead of having the people fit the divisions. I'm not saying to go back to bodybuilding, but this has to stop. It's gotten absolutely out of control. Now, again, I'm nobody. Don't listen to me. I'm just voicing my opinion as an adult and as a parent of a daughter. Again, if my adult daughter would like to compete in a bodybuilding contest, absolutely go right ahead. But I am not going to let my 11-year-old, when she turns 14 or whatever the age, I looked it up. Some of them say must be under the age of 23 to compete in this division. Under the age of 23. That doesn't really give you a whole lot of information. But I do know that there's teenagers competing in these competitions. Now, aside from the fact that they're in a bikini on a stage to be judged, I don't even want to talk about the whole fallout from this lovely sport of ours when it comes to eating disorders, when it comes to body image, when it comes to all of those issues that I've had to deal with as a coach and as a father. I've had to deal with these issues time and time and time and time again, usually with adults. Adults have a hard time getting up on a stage after training their butts off, after eating super, super clean, after doing all the things that you have to do to get ready for a bikini competition or a physique competition or a bodybuilding competition, and then the fallout from what happens afterwards. The fallout from what happens when you train that hard and do that and get that depleted and finish fourth if you're not coached properly to handle that kind of thing going in. But we're talking about teenagers. Teenagers who already have enough to think about and worry about with regards to body image, putting them on a stage, and then the fallout afterwards, the mental and emotional fallout afterwards. Never mind the fact that it just shouldn't be allowed. It just frankly should not be allowed on any level in any country in the world. I don't care. We should not be allowing teenagers on a stage and competing like that. And it is wrong for us to put 14-year-olds on a stage in a bikini competition. It's wrong on every level. There's a lot more wrong with the sport of bodybuilding that I won't get into today. I think this is enough for now. So bring on the comments. Tell me what you think. What do you think about 14-year-olds competing in bikini competitions? I'd love to hear your point of view. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your opinion. Now, again, we've heard Greg Doucette say that he's okay with the men's butt division, and he's okay with all these other divisions that are coming in, and they're coming our way, and we have to just be okay with it. I don't know. I don't think we have to be okay with it. I think enough of us speak up and say that we are just not going to have it, that we are not going to allow our 14-year-old daughters to compete in your show, then maybe the promoters will listen and they'll take that division out. I don't know. Could that happen? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe there's enough 14-year-olds out there with parents who will allow them to compete in these shows, and there's enough people that will go to these shows and watch 14-year-olds on a stage, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? It's all about the numbers. It's all about putting butts in seats. It's all about, putting money in your pockets. So never mind drawing the line on what's right and what's wrong morally. Let's just put teenagers up on stage in bikinis, and let's judge them, and let's see what happens. We need to stop it. We need to draw the line, and I think that's where the line is. I think a 14-year-old on the stage, that's a line. we need to stop that. The age should be 18. 18 years of age and older. If you're an adult, you get in. If you're not, you don't. 18 years of age should be the minimum age for bikini competitions. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions. Thanks, guys. This was a hard-hitting one. I'm not usually this direct. I'm not usually this angry, but I had to draw the line. I had to speak my piece on this one. Take care, guys. Guys, I had to jump back on. I know I finished the video, but I had to jump back on here because I did a little more research and I am absolutely floored by what I found. And I would love to hear Greg Doucette's opinion on this because Greg, in a previous video on YouTube, suggested that he was okay with all the new divisions that were coming in. I'm not exactly sure the wording or the language that he used, but he was certainly okay with the men's glute division. He said there's going to be other divisions that are coming in, and so on and so on and so on. So I'd like to hear what Greg Doucette has to say about these divisions, because this has now gotten absolutely ridiculous. Check out this video. These are 8 and 9-year-olds on an IFBB stage. There's a poster right behind them. It's an IFBB stage, the same organization that runs the shows locally, the CPA. It's under the same umbrella. 8 and 9-year-olds. And the next clip that you're going to see right now is 14-year-olds. These are 14-year-olds. The insanity has to stop. I'd love to hear what Greg Doucette has to say about this, because if he's okay with this, then my opinion of him has changed completely. Let me tell you that. Hopefully, he says something smart and helps people like me to push forward with this nonsense and helping to stop this nonsense. I'm all for bodybuilding. I'm as old school bodybuilder as they get. Can't even call myself a bodybuilder, let's be real. But I was once upon a time. This is a nightmare, and this has to stop. And it's people like Greg Doucette who have a voice in the bodybuilding world who have to voice their opinions and get this nonsense to stop. Because until people like Greg Doucette step up to the plate, guys with opinions like his, he's very vocal about his opinions, he's very vocal about his thoughts on the sport. I would love for him to speak out about this, because this is gone too far. This is ridiculous. And anyone that thinks this is okay has got issues, big issues. They need to be checked. This is not right. This is where bodybuilding has gone very, very wrong. So I had to throw this in because I was floored when I found this. This is all over YouTube. This is the IFBB. This is the home of the Mr. Olympia. This is the oldest, the International Federation of Bodybuilding, the oldest bodybuilding organization in the world. And they have 8 and 9-year-olds on stage doing this. Ridiculous. Sorry, guys. I have to draw the line. That's the line.